And right now, Volkswagen is gearing up for something really special.
It's also the Tiguan R line. First time an R line performance variant of our Tiguan is coming into India. We grew by almost 5% on a very high base of 4 million cars.
Today with us, we have a very special guest, brand head, Volkswagen India, Mr. Ashish Gupta, who I may say has been instrumental in this transformation journey of Volkswagen in India. And right now, Volkswagen is gearing up for something really special. And that smile on Ashish's face says it all. Ashish, thanks a lot for taking time out for us. And what are this most exciting cars that we are talking about, the two global icons, which I believe is going to be exciting for both business and customers. Could you please tell us more about these two global icons?
Yeah, I think Nand, you have already heard about it, but let me reiterate what we have just announced. I think I've been in charge or part of this brand in India for the last more than 1 decade, and every time I've met customers, I've met dealers, I've met enthusiasts, I have met Nand people like you, who are in the car trade and who love the cars and basically mobility. And the refrain that I've heard is, when are we going to get the global iconic models into India from Volkswagen? We have a lot of icons worldwide, and that has been a constant refrain from everybody that we should have access to those cars in India. So, this year we are bringing 2 of such icons to India. The first icon is the Golf GTI. Not any simple Golf GTI, also the Golf 8.5 GTI fully spec'd. This will be brought under the GSR 870 rule as an FBU. As I said, fully spec'd, and a car which has no parallel, I would say, in the market. So that's something which is big news, and I'm really happy and proud to say that we have been able to bring this car to India. The second icon that again we are bringing for the first time to India and very close to on the heels of its global launch is again the new generation Tiguan. And again, not any simple Tiguan. It's also the Tiguan R line. First time an R line performance variant of our Tiguan is coming into India. Again, fully spec'd with the UK specifications. So I think that's another big news that customers can look forward to.
Ashish, speaking of these two new arrivals, can you share the timeline or maybe the pricing of these two vehicles so that customers are aware of the kind of budget that they need to keep in their pocket, and what kind of volumes or numbers can we expect?
Yeah, so I think, let me answer the first question. That the timeline is, I think it's a very short timeline that we are working on. As soon as early Q2, these cars will be launched, the price announcements will be made, and immediately we will start deliveries as well. So in a couple of months, you will have these cars on roads in India and in garages across India. Now, as far as price is concerned, I think these cars, as I said, are global icons, and people who will buy them know the value, true value icons have, if there is any.
Ashish, speaking of numbers, 2024, rather this year has been a very strong year with 5% growth, if I'm not wrong. But next year, it's going to have its own set of challenges. What are the learning from this year, and what are the targets looking like for the next?
Yeah, so Nand, as you rightly said, 2024 was quite a relatively successful year for the Indian automotive industry. We grew by almost 5% on a very high base of 4 million cars. Sometimes when we met in January last year, when we started the year 2024, the industry estimates were in the range of 6 to 7% or 7 to 8% growth. Yeah, so that didn't come, of course, but I would still say that a 5% growth on a base of 4 million is quite high, and that is the kind of pace I think which will continue into 2025 as well. If we see the first 2 months of the year in terms of wholesales, the industry has grown by 2 to 3%. Slightly muted, definitely. As you said, there are also some sentiments at play in terms of where the stock markets are right now, what the geopolitics in the world is. So people are, waiting and watching. But I don't see a major concern as of now. What I would look out is the next couple of months. If these concerns settle down and we have more stability going around all of us, then I think there is no reason why the industry cannot grow by another 4 to 5% this year.
Now, Ashish, here is a bit of tough one, but there is a lot of buzz around Volkswagen India's long-term strategy. How would you answer the customers? What is a long-term strategy for Volkswagen in India, and how do you give confidence to your new potential buyers?
I think I've said this many times. We are hugely invested into India. We with two manufacturing facilities. Only for the Volkswagen brand itself, I have more than 190 touch points and dealers. I have more than 700,000 customers in India. So there is the kind of investment and the kind of emotional contact, both financially and also in terms of investing into the countries that exist for Volkswagen in India. I don't see why these questions should ever be asked. If you look at it, our plans definitely there are for short term as well, as I announced today, the Golf GTI and the Tiguan R-Line as well. The Taigun and the Virtus continue to do well. We export to more than 50 countries worldwide from India as a base. So we are making in India for the world. The kind of future plans that of course I cannot share right now that are being discussed. There is no reason for anybody to even doubt that we are not serious about India or there is any reason to worry.
Thank you very much, Ashish Gupta, brand head Volkswagen India. Thank you, Ashish. It's always a pleasure talking to you and looking forward to these two exciting global icons and lay my hands on the steering. Thank you very much.